party opened the chest to reveal a kobold named Zasu trapped within. He tells them he was chosen by his tribe leader to be sent to serve a new master. Believing Altus is his new master, Zasu instantly clings to the Cloud Goliath. After discussing what to do, and Altus uses another of his commune spells, they decide to hide Zasu away with Aurelio and his other furry friends. The rest of the time, the party continues to try and plan out the best course of action against Strix, not really landing on anything concrete yet. However, after Altus finally sends word to Prince William, then the party splits to go shopping for some new clothes for the upcoming noble party. Molly and Altus eventually find themselves in a strange tent with a possible hag. However, they were able to purchase a charm from her to ward against scrying. Because of that, they are able to let Zasu out freely once again. And before the end of the day, Altus receives a letter from the prince, which I will share. I would assume you're going to read it aloud?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will share to everyone and not be worried. Which I guess I'll read for the online audience too. When you open the letter, first there is, some nicely written gibberish text that is obviously put there for flourish, but it fades away when you in particular are reading it, and it says to Lord Altus, "I will quickly drop the formalities and get directly to the point. You have presented a rather big accusation against one of the members of the court, so I must urge you to ensure the honesty and integrity of your witness. This letter has been disguised as us planning a lunch date under the pretense of discussing your opinions on appropriate suitors. When you come to the castle, please act accordingly to the staff. I have cleared an hour of time tomorrow at 8 a.m. Prince William."
All right, well, date with a prince tomorrow, 8 a.m. We've got to ensure your integrity, whatever that means.
My integrity or the integrity of our other witnesses, or all of the above.
Sorry, that was work.
True. No worries. Hey, Trevor. Sister, what is her name? Leandra?
Yes.
I know you just asked her out, so you don't want to, immediately show up at her house tomorrow. But we maybe could use the sort of moral authority of her religious station tomorrow when we go see the prince.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we have authority as well, but I suppose it doesn't hurt to have backup. I mean, ultimately here, my mom was hexed by him. For him to be like, oh, well, I doubt you, that would be rather weird.
That's true. That is a good point. Yes, maybe perhaps it is good enough to have your family involved. Your mother say, my memories were changed, and we fixed them, and they are slowly coming back, and he's bad.
Yeah.
Probably enough.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. We should probably ask her to join us then.
Yeah, I was about to ask who exactly our witnesses were that we were going to present. I mean, Aurelio, obviously, your mom, if she'd be willing to help us.
I think Azara might also be an option from your family as well, Trevor.
Sorry, I don't know why, but everybody is really, itchy on my side. It's like talking through transmission. I'm gonna
Like our audio or video?
just kind of like whirring weird.
I have the opposite. Like everyone is normal except for yours is kind
Yeah,
of stuttering.
same.
Yeah.
So maybe I get out and then join back in.
Pop back in.
Sure.
I definitely noticed that there was a lot of lag when I had that background on, so maybe that had something to do with it too.
It's definitely that, I think.
Yeah,
All right.
you might have to do away with the dragon, unfortunately.
Is this better?
I don't not see it yet.
Yeah, still loading. I think it's pretty behind. Okay.
That said, the audio was good though, or at least for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, how do we sound now?
Yeah, a lot better. Sorry about all
Sweet.
that, guys.
Yeah,
No
no problem.
worries.
I mean, this is all kind of, we're testing and experimenting. We'll get
Yeah.
it down one day. One day we
But
will
if
be
you-
professional.
But if you didn't hear me, I was just suggesting Izara join us.
Oh yeah, that's true too. She would be good for that, seeing as she
And we-
found Lord Zasu.
We've also got the alley cats.
That's right. I forgot about them.
We should probably have my sister go pick them up. Might be better if they all were stealthing over instead of just walking casually up here.
Altus, do you know if they ever made it to like stay with your family?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't.
They were only
I don't think-
invited to do so if they needed a place.
If they needed it. No, I had not yet checked in. It's nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah. No, I had not yet checked in with my family. I was going to do so probably pretty soon. Can you guys remind me out of character? Did the alley cats know something about Strix?
Yeah, he murdered one of them.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Well,
okay.
so- yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, I have not checked in with my family, but I could always check in with the alley cats themselves as well. But I planned on speaking to my sister anyway, so
All right.
sweet.
Sounds like we have a plan.
Yes, I am cautious about Izara just because then we're going to have to show Lord Zasu, and I am nervous to bring him to the prince's home during an extremely secret and discreet trial.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, he has the charm against Scry now, but it doesn't
Yes.
really help if he's just out in the open where anyone could
Freaking
just
out.
see him.
Yes. Although I guess this was sort of our one, because everything else at this point is just witnesses. He is a physical piece of evidence of trafficking, of illegal smuggling. So, if nothing else, we should probably have him involved. Well, he loves me, so he'll probably just do whatever I say, so maybe fuck it.
Also, Trevor, you know, your dad is the one that helped get your mom's memories back, right?
Indeed.
It may be useful to get him as well in case there's anyone in the castle who also needs their memories restored.
Are we going to the man's castle?
I'm not sure.
Where did it say we were meeting up then?
It said the castle. It said when you come to the castle.
Well, I'd rather bother be with us anyways then.
Oh, this is making me nervous.
What?
I'm probably
Why?
paranoid. No, I'm nervous. Should we bring all of your family. I'm just scared if we take your mom, your dad, and your sister and leave your sort of sad little brother with no powers here alone, he's going to be killed by a vampire.
I mean, sad little brother can probably do some damage.
Okay.
I mean, you have a point, though.
Yes. Hey, Trevor, are both of your siblings, they are single, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know.
We can leave Mimi here. Mimi doesn't need to come to the castle, and I say that he's a pretty big support system when it comes to fighting.
Mimi could be the front door. They come in charging and then suddenly disappear into the flooring.
Very dark entrance.
Yep.
That's just, if you trust Mimi to judge who should not be coming inside.
Well, I mean, Mimi, if somebody is sneaking around, that isn't anybody obviously here.
Yes, but what is Mimi's definition of sneaking around?
Yes, we're going to find some dead Girl Scouts who are knocking on the door.
That's my concern.
I trust Mimi with my life. I don't know what you all are talking about.
Yes, we know. Okay, well, if we're going with large, maybe just your mother and father and Izara, so everyone except your brother with the inferiority complex, we leave him here alone. This is a large posse, and the cover is that he wants to speak with me about possible suitors. So I'm gonna need you and your siblings to play up that you might want to marry the prince.
So why don't I do this then? Mother should probably stay here just to make sure that poor Darylin is safe. And father can come with us.
Sure.
Also, he has the ability to remove it.
The prince isn't already married, is he? The prince
No,
is
he's
single?
not.
Okay.
He is single.
Just wanted
He's a
to
little
confirm before we made a wedding.
princeling.
Oh, it said in his letter that is the pretense that he's
We have
searching.
We have a gunslinger.
She can sling some guns.
Slinging guns. Working rifles,
Yes.
long barrel.
Yes, Molly, real quick, do a little flirt, okay? Show me. What if the guards stop you and say, "Why are you right to marry the prince?"
I mean, I guess I'd just say for the money,
Okay, horrible
To be
answer.
fair, I think this is probably a reason we shouldn't use Molly for this sort of situation. Like, I hate to say it, Molly, but you and I both are way too low bone for a prince.
That's true. Honestly, when he started talking about the amount of people already going, I thought maybe I should just be outside, just keeping an eye on things out there.
Well, it's never good to divide the party, but fuck it. What if we were to divide the party? What could
Okay,
go wrong?
the rich flirt group will enter the castle, and the ugly poor people murderer gang. I'm so sorry. It's late.
Well, Aurelio has to go in with you, right? As kind of
Yes,
just
he
our
must
witness.
come.
I would also
And
say
I'm
it's not
nervous
an
that you're
accurate description.
comfortable.
That's fair enough.
I mean, hey, when you are a 20-foot tall panther, man, that did it for me. Okay, well, should I message my family real quick to
I
see
would.
if they have been murdered? Okay, great.
If you don't get a response, let me know.
Oh, I will. I will immediately start crying and running away, so just follow me. I will cast Sending on Stratusina. Hello, rats.
Yeah.
What is up? Have you been killed? I have not been killed. Any cats in the house?
Speaking of,
It's a Momo.
So you hear, "Oh, Toos, it's so good to hear you. I am not murdered. No cats here. But I could look for some."
Okay, no, that is all right. If they had come to the house, you likely would know. Big group of tabaxi. They probably would not smell very good.
Oh, those are not cats, Altus. I couldn't keep them as a pet.
No, and you should not. They are full people, in fact. Oh, goodness. Have there been any strange visitors to the house? Any unexpected goings-on or missives?
No, Mama and Papa are preparing for a party tomorrow.
Okay, yes, so this is the next thing that I'm going to say. Okay, I know I've told you this. What that was. So, real quick, Rat, and I'm serious about this. You are not going to that party. Maybe just you. I was going to say not Mama and Papa either, but you're not going to this party. Okay? It could be dangerous. You are staying home. Write some poetry.
And it's been a minute, so if you want her to answer you back, you'll have to...
And I will.
Okay, but what if it's a good party?
It's not going to be, or it might be the best party ever, but only because it is a cover for me and my new criminal friends to commit some, I don't know, acts of subterfuge for the sake of justice.
Are you a spy, Altus?
Yes.
That's exciting, you have to tell me.
Yes. Maybe some other time. I will see you soon, okay? But I'll be in touch.
Okay, I won't go to the party. But be safe, okay, Altus?
Will do.
I miss
Okay,
you.
great. Goodbye, I love you. I miss you too. If I see you at that party, I'm going to kick your little butt and throw you out a window.
Okay.
Kindly. Cool.
Time to pick my dress for the party. No, I'm kidding.
No! Fury. I turn back to the group. Okay, so the alley cats have not come to my home. So they are not there. Perhaps we check in on them.
Yeah.
They are most likely all dead then, is a guess.
Okay, so I'll cast sending to... Who were they? Who was the hottest one? Mogrid. Yes, I will use sending to talk to Mogren and say, "Hey, what's up? It's Altus. We chatted before. Are you dead? Are you okay?"
We're not dead, no.
Good.
Not much to report, though.
Okay, that is good.
I forgot the voice I was using for him, so I was a little stressed. Sorry.
That's okay.
No, that's not canon for me now.
No.
Come on.
I'm like going from okay, I'll do some other
Quite a shift.
NPC. I'm like, wait, what was his? No,
I'm a sexy cat. Don't fucking
That's right.
talk to me. I'm a little
I forgot. He was the cool guy. He was the cool cat. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, he'd just be like, nothing to report yet. We've got a lead, but we haven't gotten anywhere with it.
Okay, no worries about that. So we have an appointment with Prince William tomorrow. With Prince William? Is that the alley cat I'm talking to?
Yes.
That's what he looks like? Okay. So here's the thing, Mogren, are you married? It actually doesn't matter. I need you to get as good looking and clean as you can, and you're going to go to my house and get some of my clothes, which are going to be way too big for you, and you're going to meet me at the Blackthorn Estate tomorrow at like 7 a.m., and you're coming to talk to the prince about we're going to need witnesses to Strix's murders. But you need to look hot.
Why do I... Why can't I
Listen,
just
not
come
for
like I
me.
am?
No,
Professional.
Listen.
Stay professional.
Yes, solely professionally, not for me. I mean, I will appreciate how good you look, but the prince's cover for us speaking to him is looking for suitors. So if you can come looking freaking slick and sexy and sly and like all cleaned up and fresh.
Does the prince like men? You probably have no idea.
I take a short rest. Just go unconscious. I don't know. Who doesn't? Let's find out. huh?
Okay.
You could bring your sister as well.
Okay, I'll be there.
Hell yes. Okay, we're going to have some sexy cats joining us tomorrow as well, so the plan is going well.
I just love the idea they show up early in the morning to your house and to your parents, like, we're here to borrow Altus's clothes.
As soon as I said that, I was like, why would they borrow my 8-foot tall, like, Greek god statue, and they're, like, little live cat people? I don't know. Whatever.
I think if I think Aurelio might approach Altus and just be like, "Hey, do you have a minute? Can I pull you off to the side for a second?"
Sure.
So, at this point in time, I believe they would consider my daughter to be a lady, right?
Right.
So, if we were to take Strix out, and then she would be a widow, obviously, she might be a good potential match for young said prince over there, huh?
So, yes, I see what you are saying, and I have thought about it. However, the problem is the mind controlling, and the prince doesn't want to actually discuss suitors. He wants to discuss the vampire thing, but you're sort of saying, hey, two birds. You can say, hey, my daughter is unaging and has been brainwashed by a monster for centuries. You want to marry her?
We could pull this whole damsel in distress kind of a thing. Like, maybe we can make it work.
DM, what is Prince William's... He doesn't seem too much like a young man lost in, like, a fantasy of gallantry. Like, he doesn't seem... He seems like somewhat grounded and reasonable.
Very grounded and reasonable. He
Okay.
takes his role really seriously, too. He's not just a fanciful, sit my ass on a golden pillow kind of prince, you know?
Right.
He even commands the armada if his, until his dad says, I'm doing it. But, until then,
Yeah.
like...
Okay. So, I mean, maybe the damsel in distress thing could work, but this guy is, like, in control of the Navy at 18, and he hasn't started any global wars. So I think he's more like... He's like a 45-year-old man in an 18-year-old's body who, like, had to grow up too fast.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure my daughter's in her hundreds now.
Well, that is a good point. Do we want to promise your daughter, like, a piece of meat while she's already being mind-controlled by an evil monster?
Why are we exactly even having a discussion about
I don't think...
hooking up the king?
Unless you followed, I don't think that you're there, because I definitely tried to pull Altus off to
Yeah,
the
this
side.
is...
R.
But I think Aurelio would just say, I mean, it was just a thought at the end of the day. We don't have to do nothing necessarily, but I don't know. I'm trying... I just recently learned that she's alive again, so I'm just trying to think of things that she might like, and maybe marrying a prince is something like she might like.
Oh,
Sounds like a lot better than this asshole.
Yes. You know, Aurelio, in a weird, sort of fucked up way that is very thoughtful. And I can see where you're coming from. And maybe we free her from the centuries of brainwashing before we sell her for the rest of her life to someone else. But I do think it is a good idea. If we can say, I make a minor illusion of your daughter and say, isn't she so sexy, little prince? Don't you want to free her? That could be sort of plan C.
But yeah, I was just thinking we could give him another bit of buy-in, We're trying to sell the prince.
Talking about his daughter like a poker chip.
Not necessarily her, but more him in a sense.
Sure. Yes. Whatever we can do to manipulate this little guy. Hopefully we don't. Maybe we go talk to him and he's like, holy shit, look at all of the evidence. Let's fucking kill him. But maybe he's like, oh no. The law must be upheld and we have to have a trial. In which case, then we do the honeypot with your brainwashed daughter.
And then we make you the king.
Oh, no, please. I don't want the responsibility.
In the meantime, is Molly and Trevor talking about anything while they see the two of them a little off animated?
I'm terrified to hear what they're thinking.
Yeah, I feel like when Aurelio wants to talk to you one-on-one, usually something is afoot.
Yes, not a fan. I'm starting to get a little concerned. I have a feeling we're walking into an ambush.
Yeah, I mean, I am concerned, but also I look at the people who are going, and I mean, Aurelio, you and Altus, your mom and your father, I mean...
Well, that's what I worry about. I think Altus might be right. They may attack the house.
Well, I can stay behind here. I mean, I don't know that I'm really going to be any help. So, wherever I'm needed, I can do whatever.
Yeah, I think we should all have a sit down and discuss maybe battle plans for today.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then we'll go back over to Altus and Aurelio if you had any more to discuss.
No, I think that was about all I had to talk about. Unless, Altus, did you have anything that you wanted to discuss with me while we've got some one-on-one time?
Oh, I don't think so. Out of curiosity, why didn't you say this to me in front of the others?
I don't know. I kind of like... I miss some of my old friends, and I kind of liked bouncing ideas off of certain people before just presenting them to the rest of the group. I like to think about things before just spitting them out into the world. You know what I think? You know what I mean?
I don't relate to that, but I have heard people say before, like, that they would think before doing things, or saying things, or kissing people, or hitting people, or casting magic, or spitting on a rich person.
Fair enough.
But not me. Yeah.
We're rich.
But I appreciate that.
I suppose
Go back.
I'm asking Molly when I need some one-on-one time.
No, please. Are you kidding me? This is so validating. This was so cool. I'd love to have a one-on-one. I just think this is like this is a good idea for like really, really backup plan. So I think this would be a fine thing to share with others if and when the time comes.
Right? Fair enough.
Cool.
You guys come back to Trevor and Molly just sitting in awkward silence.
I also forgot Pearl took your arm earlier today, so you're armless too while all of this
I remember
is going
it, actually.
on. Yeah,
Unarmed.
okay.
So,
You're unarmed.
I do think you made a rather good point, Altus. I would not put it past them for us to be walking into an ambush. Because remember, the worst case scenario was us going to the castle. Because all the guards could be under his control. The king could be under his control. Now maybe the prince, maybe he got scared and realized, oh shit, there's one I haven't really messed with. So maybe he got the prince. But it occurred to me we have the archives here. He could be going for archives in case we had any previous evidence on him.
I think that's all the more reason that your father should come along, just in case the prince is afflicted. He might be able to end his affliction.
I agree, but I do think maybe Mom should stay, and we should probably do something rather drastic. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a lot of the wardens show up and just run perimeters.
Okay, before any of that, DM actually, this feels dumb, but for some reason in my mind I was like, the prince has his own castle. He has his own little prince castle. Is that true? Or when he said castle, there's like the castle?
It's the castle. There's only the one. It's huge, but yeah. It's the castle.
Okay, so very glad you pointed that out. I kind of think that bringing all of the Black Wardens here, like, I think I checked maybe a day or two ago. I asked the Clouds, and they said that the prince was someone we could trust. And they told me that the king was not trustworthy. So at least from like a day or two ago, I don't think we are walking into a trap. At least of the prince's design. I think we may... I will check tomorrow. I could try to check now, but to see if we are still, being discreet or if we have been noticed. If you bring all of the Black Wardens to your home, people in the city are going to notice that, and that is going to raise questions. And Strix is probably someone who has fingers in many pies and will hear the whispers of a secret FBI thing happening. So I kind of think...
I've got two ideas potentially on that. Well, Mimi is big enough to act as a wagon or a carriage, if need be. So we could use him as like a pristine Blackthorn carriage and have him take us up to the house that way. But that leaves the place vulnerable and Mimi vulnerable in the way, I also could potentially, if we wanted to try and sneak, I would be able to help everybody in, I believe, a 30-foot radius around me. So if everybody just kind of sticks close to me, I could, add to their stealth.
Yes. We don't want to appear out of nowhere to the castle guard, but if we get, within half a block... it might be good and get there sneakily and then show up and walk up as normal to the castle and say, here's the invitation.
Another alternative too would be potentially splitting the party and going in groups and not everybody showing up at once is another idea potentially, but I don't necessarily love that idea, but we could all take alternate routes. Again, that leaves us pretty vulnerable. Real quick, it seems like Altus, you know the area best. How far is this place from, how far is it from A to B? Or I guess maybe Trevor, but Sarah at the end of the day.
I don't know the square footage of the noble district. It is large though, because the nobility tend to have estates there. So it's a very expansive place with the castle kind of on the peak. Because you know how the picture has that sort of mountainous incline with the castle on it. Obviously, I don't think the castle is necessarily that huge where it takes up the whole mountain. But that sort of surrounding is that noble district there. And then the castle itself at the very... And it's not a mountain. I shouldn't say mountain. Hill. Really big fucking hill. Climb up a hill.
Is it like
down a mountain.
A 10-minute carriage ride from the Blackthorn estate to the front of wherever we would enter the castle?
I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah. 10-minute carriage ride. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well... Leandra should probably be involved in planning. We can maybe make 2 war maps and just hope that we're overestimating our enemy.
Wait, make 2 more maps?
2 war maps, just like strategize, like one here, one there.
Yes.
I
do think before we overplan, which I think is a good idea, but before we do that, I'm going to hang out and sort of mutter to myself in giant under my breath for 11 minutes over there to see if the clouds answer me, because these are all good questions. But if no one has caught on to us, then I think we just get the alley cat and we do your sneaky aura and move there and then act as normal as possible. Because if he has not caught on to people are acting weird in the city, we don't want to change that now.
Well, then we probably shouldn't sneak. We could always just ride Mimi.
Yeah, but we wanted to leave Mimi behind here to kind of keep an eye on this place.
This is all based off of if the winds of fortune or whatever you commune with say that we aren't caught on.
Aye, indeed. And
yes.
while we're chatting, Trevor, what do you think about potentially, while Altus is communing with the gods, seeing if our old friend is maybe back in Port Arbus, because he would be a big thorn in our sides if he was.
Oh, he'd be a absolute nightmare if he was. I gotta find somebody with... You have anything of his?
And I mean, if he's communing with his clouds, you talk to your clouds, they just give you yes or no answers. We could just ask yes or no if he's in the city or not. Use his true name, I guess. If you seem to have it correct.
Wow, I actually forgot my true last name. It was Elias
Remington, I think.
Yeah, Elias Runnington the Third.
I'll leave it up to you, Trevor. You seem to be the proper lawman here. Is it worth potentially wasting one of our current questions for something that could be a past situation?
If I'm being honest, yes, because the man himself is a damn demon. I would not put it past him to start causing a lot of headaches and havoc, and then that could unnaturally alert our foe anyways, just because there's someone being a lunatic in town. Well, God forbid, he looks for him for a friend.
Well, if you had one extra question that you could ask Altus, would you mind asking if Elias Remington's in town?
Elias Remington.
And he would have been a noble that Altus would probably have known of too, right?
I don't think he was a noble.
Percival Albright?
No. Elias Remington is something else. Roll a history check for me if you'd like to know.
I will do that.
Pretty sure his partying probably got him into my area, into my domain a few times.
Probably.
I think while Altus is asking his questions, Molly's going to make her way over to find Pearl if she can.
Okay, yeah. So with that history check, yeah, you know Elias, his family, I think you said they ran a casino specifically, right?
Yeah, they ran underground like casino networks.
Well, they had a legitimate version, which is the one Altus would have gone to. Probably dipped into the shadow version a little bit because he strikes me as that type.
Yeah.
But then when you found out, especially after a lot of evidence was compiled against them, from actually Lord Nicholas was sort of the one that took charge in this. Lord Nicholas Andrean took charge in getting all the bad evidence that the Remingtons have been doing, which was a lot of money, well, mostly money laundering, but you don't owe them money. They were those kind of people. Like, it was bad to get on their bad side, and when you discovered how violent and bad they actually were, and then they started swinging from the gallows, like, his family got killed, except Elias managed to escape. Let me know if I missed anything there.
You missed the part where he killed 18 nobles on the way out. No, I'm kidding.
No. But the Black Wardens definitely had a huge hand in arresting and getting them put away. They're not executioners, so they didn't make them swing, but
actually, comically enough, he did also hate Strix because it was one of Strix's goons that fucked him.
I'd also
but that's not the part that's very knowledgeable. Altus wouldn't know their dealings with Strix.
Yeah,
but Aurelio does.
Okay. Yeah, if we're all talking out too, I'd probably include what I would know of Al as well, the amount I knew as Al, and then I'd also include, that I'd put all the blame on him for the part.
Of course he would.
Where he did a 9/11.
I insight check that as Trevor.
Make me an insight check.
It's like, are you just casting blame?
No, I don't feel like this is entirely a lie, because I did ask him.
I actually feel like this would be a persuasion on Aurelio's part. Aurelio is not, like, I've argued with Canyon a little, well, not argued, but had fun with Canyon. Aurelio's not a good guy, but this particular thing, to make me that insight too. Although since it's persuasion, I guess it's just how much you believe him.
God, come on, load, you piece.
But Al has told Aurelio that Strix was the reason his family went swinging, and I think also Aurelio would recognize the connection with Lord Nicholas. And I think Altus actually kind of made that connection before too.
I just try to piece everything together as I can along the way.
Trevor, I would say, like, yes, it is true that Aurelio didn't, he didn't have a part in the airship crashing, you know?
No, yeah.
But you definitely get a vibes that his hands aren't exactly clean of it all either.
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe this wouldn't have happened
smiling
if he didn't want to steal the mirror, but that's a whole other part. So there's something in there that he's guilty of.
Trevor's just smiling that eerie, yes, of course, I believe you.
There's no mirror here.
You could search him. He doesn't have it.
Well, regardless, Elias is trouble. I mean, even if he is going after the same target as us, that may not be good.
Real quick then, as Altus is, doing his voodoo stuff in the corner, Molly, you head off to go find Pearl, and you find where you would expect to find her, up in her room with your arm on the floor and all her tools and gadgets everywhere, and Willow's kind of nearby there trying to watch what she's doing and help her out, pass her things so she needs them. And it seems though like she's got your arm still kind of open, and she's out on the patio pointing it out and hitting this, like, pulling this, like, switchback that she installed on it, and out from, like, the palm you see a burst of fire come out of your arm. And after she sets that off, Carter kind of jumps because he was dozing in the corner there and heard that as she's cheering, like, yes, it worked, and Willow's kind of laughing and jumping with her, and he jumps like, what did I say about fire in the house? I'm not in the house, I'm out here. Pearl, we're not even... This is a stranger's home. You can't keep doing this kind of stuff. But it worked. Did you see it? It looked so cool. Molly, look what I did. She runs over to you and starts like telling you in detail all the changes she did. You probably recognize some of it just due to, Opal's little background. I'm sure she kind of like showed you some bits and parts she made while making the arm, but she's like telling you all about it, like what she did, and goes beyond technical stuff too that you would understand.
Yeah.
But look, it worked. You saw that? It was so cool. You're gonna be so awesome in battle.
It looked pretty cool, kid. I mean, I know you said it was gonna have more firepower, but that's not really what I expected. It's pretty neat though.
Flamethrowers are cool.
Hell yeah, they are.
Don't really get much fire where I grew up, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, let me put this back together and you can give it a try.
All right.
And she starts doing that, like putting it all back. Some parts, since she had to add and move some stuff around, there's a point where she's trying to like clip it closed and it won't quite close, and she just jumps and shoves her weight down to get the snap, and I'm sure a little part of you wonders how safe this is all gonna be, but after she's like, got it, and goes over to help you get it back attached to your shoulder.
Ollie kind of attaches it.
And
all right, well,
it does feel a little bit more weighty considering, but
yeah.
Other than that, functioning as you expect. All the fingers move still. And yeah, it seems to have good enough mobility still.
All right.
And she will teach you how to activate it, which it'll be kind of up to you if you want to make it flavored a certain way. All I had in my head was you kind of push your palm back in a little Spider-Man sort of vibe, and it'll give you a burning hands to use once per long rest, basically.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think Molly's probably going to go out onto the patio where she was and just try it out.
All right. Yeah, and when you go out there and activate it the way she showed you, you get that burst of fire that shoots off above the patio again. You do hear downstairs, like, you better be careful with those flames. If my house burns down, I'm not going to be a happy woman.
I think Molly probably just like locks eyes with Pearl and they just kind of giggle together.
Yeah, she's just she's so excited it works, but you definitely also kind of feel that power down now that you've used it your one time per long rest. I will add it to your sheet for next week. We'll just have it as is for now.
Cool. I think Molly's probably going to reach into like her just kind of purse and hand Pearl like 20 gold and just say, well, it's not what it's worth, but you should get paid something for your services.
Cute. Very cute. Sorry, I'm using my phone for a camera and it decided to disconnect. Gotta get it back. But she grabs the 20 gold and she's like, thanks, this is awesome.
No, like I said, it's worth more than that, but
I can make so much money doing this.
You can.
Oh no, Lockheed Martin is born.
What? Medieval Lockheed Martin. Sarah, I texted you.
And you're the reason my camera stopped working. I don't know. No, my cat started rubbing her face on the cord, and it seems to have messed up the phone cord. Alright.
You should probably abandon your cat and give them to me.
No way. My tubbies.
Seems like the only solution.
My Bubba Tub is annoying, but she is my loving baby. I don't see your message, Jay, but I'm also dealing with things.
I tried to let my puppy in the room with us last week while I did this, but she just wanted to get in my lap so bad. And she's not little, so it's like... This ain't working, bud.
You're like, no.
Yeah, she thinks she's still like... when we found her, she was like 6 pounds, and now she's like 40 pounds. But she thinks she's still so tiny.
She's just a baby.
She
That's
is.
how doggies are, right?
Oh, look at your dog.
Kenyan
Good
doggy.
puppy. Good puppy. So cute. What's your dog's name?
That's Zephyr. She could. Yeah.
Okay.
You shall not have.
Oh, shit. I got a
These
lot
things
of...
are
Kenyan, you
fucking
have a cat
fun.
too, don't you?
Me?
Yeah, she's hiding somewhere in here. I think she's in her little box. I got like a little cardboard box for it set up for her, and I'm pretty sure she's hiding out in there.
What's your cat's name?
Zoe.
Zephyr and Zoe?
Yeah, Z squared.
Oh, that's so
Z
cute.
squared. That's so selfish of you to have 2 pets when I have none. That's so interesting.
I have 3 cats.
Well, depending how poorly the trip goes cross country, you may be inheriting 2 cats.
Okay. Wow, that was a hassle and a half. Okay.
All right, Trevor, text her again and see if it...
Yeah, I didn't get any message. There was no text but it'd be better if you did it on Discord. I'm not holding my phone is the camera right now.
Oh my gods.
What a struggle. God, what a
Do
burden.
you know the effort I have to go through now
I don't give a shit.
of reopening this stupid Discord?
You want to record? You shut the fuck up. I will gladly get rid of this responsibility.
No!
Okay, sorry about all that. So yeah, you giggled with Pearl, and after that, she's just like, well, I hope it helps, and I hope you like it, and this is awesome. Thank you so much. She's just jiggling the gold. Carter, too, is like a little slack-jawed at seeing it. I mean, he's seen a lot from Aurelio, but it's just like now Pearl has this 20 gold that she's never had in her life, and he, even as a fisherman, he doesn't really get that kind of money, and he just seems to shake his head and sits there and contemplates his life choices.
All right, give me a moment.
He's really excited that he's with us, isn't he? He's so happy that he can just be around all of this money and the rich boys.
Yep. He's thrilled to be in this constant dangerous situation that got him killed once. Yep, he loves it here.
Look how much money his daughter's making. That's more than he's seen in his life.
Yeah. All right, and I know, Aurelio, you messaged that you wanted to do something real quick, but do you want to stay for his commune and see how that goes first, or did you want to leave while he's casting?
Oh, your audio cut out.
It's not like we're all going somewhere, right? We're all in the same spot.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, if he's in the same house, it's not going to take us a ton of time, right?
No, not at all. So yeah, sure, you can head on. I just wanted to know if what I should jump to next, basically. So in that case, I got a little scrambled because of this whole camera thing and everything going on. Was there anything else you wanted to say, Molly, before I cut you off and leave? Okay, cool.
No.
Aurelio, yeah. So, as you know, Altus is casting, you kind of wander off a little, and you would find Darylin where you expect to find him, which is in that study with all the books, with the floating book in front of him, and the mage hand turning pages as he's sipping on some tea or something that's warm.
Well, hello there, Darylin. I was hoping you might be able to help me out with a little bit of a project.
And he looks over and puts a bookmark in the book, and it floats down onto the table. What exactly did you have in mind?
Well, you seem to be the scholarly type of this family, and I think that you might actually enjoy this little bit if you like writing as much as I think you might. But I'm not the best at kind of speaking out in public, and I thought that it might be best if I went in there with like notes prepared. And I was wondering if you might be able to help me kind of put my evidence in order and into words.
I definitely could do that. He gestures over to the chair. He just kind of looks a little surprised, honestly, that you came to ask for this kind of help, but not a very charismatic sort, though. I would have a very to the point.
I think that's, with this sort of legal document, that's kind of what's needed, right? Is more to the point than trying to sway somebody some way or another, right? Well, I guess there's a little bit of both in there. Well, how about I try and spice it up with a little bit of my charisma, and then you give us the points and facts and all of that, dates and stuff.
He smirks a little. Certainly can try. So you just need your testimony written down, then, is what you're trying to get to.
Hey, that would be the case, I think, and just trying to put all of my evidence in order, and my testimony in order.
All right. I suppose
Hello,
I suppose the only thing then is to start from the beginning. And he gets out a scroll and a quill. Although, because he's a wizard, he just has it mage hand float there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was born to two halfling parents in the year... I don't know what year it would be, but I'd start at the very fucking beginning.
After you start talking about that, he's a little like, perhaps the beginning of the testimony, not your life.
This is important, though. This is important, I promise. And I'll talk about how I kind of grew up poor on the streets of Port Arbus, and like we never really had anything, and that kind of led me to my life of crime, which led me to this, and which led me to that, which led me to having my family murdered after I was trying to go straight, and A, B, C, D, E, F, all the fucking facts, and like just we don't need to roleplay all of this out, but I'm just trying to get like something that might give me an edge in our conversation tomorrow.
So let me think here. I guess you roll me. Actually, his persuasion isn't too terrible. Okay. You want to roll me your persuasion, or do you want me to have his roll, like, through both of them? Because I was thinking I'd have him roll investigation for, like, the actual testimony, since that kind of fits the vibe. But then I was thinking a persuasion for that added sentimentality, you know? And I'll leave it to you if you want him to roll it, or if you want to roll it. Like, do you trust him to fully deal with it, or
would one of us give the other person advantage?
We could do that. Yeah, you can do that.
I'll take it with advantage.
All right.
Let's see how terrible this is going to be. Super important roll here. 20 is all right?
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, 20 is definitely not a bad roll at all. So, with a 20, you definitely seem to, like, he got down the facts, even adding in your complete past, but he made it very poignant and precise, so it doesn't have to be like, I'm sure it took you a while to go over it, but he just like summarized it in 2 sentences and it was like done. And then when it came to the actual testimony, he wrote down all the proper facts that you would need for something like that, you know, time, location, whatever, like all of the stuff to make it look appropriate. And then with your persuasion added, the both of you could edit certain parts of it to sort of peek into that sentimental vibe of, well, I mean, I say vibe, it is a pretty fucked up past, but, you know, like, just lean into it a little more.
Just ending with the kidnapped daughter who's now his bride and like trying to get her back. Like just leave it on that note, right? Super happy.
It's sort of hanging on. That. So yeah, I'd say you probably work on that. It'll definitely take more than 10 minutes of Altus casting, but if you're just good to vibe there while that will go back to Altus and his commune.
Yeah, or I think that if anything, like I might try and convince him to go back out there, but if we'd be more distracted while in the common area, I'd say let's just stay where we are and I'll connect with Altus later.
When you had offered it, you got the sense like he eyed the door a little like he doesn't want to, but he did offer, like he would have said, if you need to be out there for this, then we can go. But
no, I think that it would distract both of us too much. I think that we'd rather just get this job done.
I think damn it, Jake. I agree. And you continue writing. Then by then I will say, Trevor, did you just hang out with Altus while he was casting? And Zasu, I guess. I haven't played him, but he'd be around, just near Altus. You're muted.
Yeah, he'd just be going over his gear and stuff like that, looking everything over, make sure nothing's out of whack.
And Molly, do you think you would have come back by then, or hang out with Pearl a little bit with your arm?
I'd probably come back by then, I think.
Okay. In that case, Altus, you finally finish, and you do feel that connection to the clouds and that primal nature essence.
Okay, sweet. I don't know if this is what you mean by I do feel it, but there is a cumulative 25% chance that I get no response. So I guess I will ask once again. I'll say, hello, little cloud babies. Love you. Hi, Grandma. Just wondering if the evil vampire something Strix is aware of the growing plot to kill and dethrone him.
Maybe.
Okay, that fucking sucks because it was a no before. Okay, that's bad. Hey, everybody who is in the room right now, Molly and Trevor. So maybe he knows about us? Should I ask another question about that? Or do I ask something else?
We should just take that question as he knows. Seeing how last time was no, right?
Is he aware of the Blackthorn's involvement in this plot to take him down?
That's a good question.
Maybe.
Okay, listen, Clouds. I love you, but I could use some clarity. All right.
Clouds get cold and sad.
No, I'm sorry. I love you. Come back here. Hold me, please.
Wind wraps around you and a sweet smell.
Should I ask about your friend that you wanted me to ask about?
I think it would be nice to know if he's in the area fucking around.
Okay. Is Elias Remington in the area fucking around?
There's a pause as it seems like sometimes you get these when they have to. It's almost like they're thinking of the answer, trying to go find the answer for you. But then there seems to be this strange pull and like the clouds and the wind just disperses from you for some reason, and your conscious mind seems to be pulled and dragged in a very sharp and almost painful sort of way. And Al, you feel someone's presence in your mind looking for you. What do you say?
Hello? Who might you be?
Can I respond?
Give it a try.
Hey! I'm going to use a different voice because I don't want him to know who I am. Hello, I am friends with someone that you were friends with before. We have a mutual enemy, the Vampire Man. You want to help us kill?
The Vampire Man, huh? No. The Vampire Man only has so many enemies. I guess I should thank you for letting me know that people are present that hate him. We should meet up sometime, man. Just saying, just throwing it out there. There a good place I could go to meet you?
I sort of look at Trevor, fear in my eyes. Hey man, I don't know what voice that was that came out of me. Is this guy hot? He wants to meet up.
Trevor is just looking at you like, not here.
Not here? Do I tell him to meet us here, or...?
No.
Okay, and sort of on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, like, so fucking sexy, 1 being, like, not sexy at all.
I mean, 1, I guess.
Okay, that settles it.
Yes.
I don't even know what voice I was doing. I think that I might talk to you later, my little Lord Remington. Goodbye.
I'll be seeing you.
Cool, I try to end the spell as hard as possible.
Just like, please.
But as you're trying to end it, it's almost like you can't, and in your mind's eye, you get this visual like you're trying to pull the spell away, but there's a tether of it caught, and these purple eyes are staring at your consciousness that's eyeing all of this, and this woman
I think
with
dirty
black...
thoughts.
Oh, I love how you think. And I think we are all going to be such good friends. And then she lets it go, and you are back in your body, in your space.
What the fuck? Oh, I throw up a little on the ground, on wherever the nicest rug is. I throw up a little.
Dale!
Oh god! Who was that woman? Who was that perverted woman looking at me?
Oh, perverted woman, you said.
Yes.
Great.
Was that god that other guy fucked?
Yeah,
That would be
most
my
likely.
guess.
That's my guess.
Okay.
Yeah, does
What's
she have
happening?
an unnerving voice?
Oh. Okay, that was so bad. Normally I talk to the clouds and it's like beautiful and primordial and agnostic and freeing. And instead I talked to your ugly friend and a perverted god.
What
Which I'm kind of into. Oh, he said, I told him that we were mutual enemies of the vampire guy. And he said, let's hang out. And I said, no. And then the goddess, what was her name again? I mean, sorry, out of character. What was her name?
Abysria.
Abysria. It should be easy to remember, yeah. And then Abysria was like, I like your disgusting mind, you little freak. We're going to be good friends.
I think at this point, Daryl and Aurelio would arrive because Darylyn would have heard the calls for his name. So you guys would have paused to come over here and you hear him talking about Abysria, saying, "I love you, you little freak. We're all going to be friends."
So she knows then, huh?
Well, it sounds like it. Darylyn, let's do a full alert. Elias is in town.
The fuck are you going to put out an alert for? He's a changeling. Like, he could just waltz in as you or me or him or any of yous.
No, just to be aware of anyone. To be aware of anyone doing stupid shit.
We're on high alert now. I'd be very careful sleeping tonight, guys.
Wait, why? I'm so confused. What just happened?
I mean, you just talked to the guy who blew up Farak.
Okay. That's bad.
He's a changeling.
He's a changeling, and he's also not necessarily a friend at this point.
Darylyn will mention, according to my notes, the death count was in the hundreds. He killed about 200 people.
Still upset that it wasn't higher. I thought for sure I had a good chunk of people there. No, I'm kidding.
Well, another reason to maybe be a little worried is it seemed like Altus's commune made him, given the answers that Strix might be aware of a plot against him and the Blackthorn's involvement in it.
Right.
Could be due to that crate.
Tomorrow might be a fun day for you and Mom. But to get to work out all that frustration and rage, God's be known, you're going to be frightening when you do.
What do you mean?
Well, the mansion may or may not be attacked by Strix.
Hey, but your mother's coming with us.
No, we're taking Father. Remember?
Because she has evidence against him as well.
I don't want to leave him completely alone.
He could come with us. He's young and good looking and has no other use. So maybe he's a good cover for the suitor thing.
A suitor? I'm not looking to get married anytime soon. What is going on?
But to a prince.
Prince William.
Yes, he's pretty cute, right?
You'd make a good princess.
You'd be a beautiful princess, Darylyn. You know how to read. That's sort of the thing princesses do in stories. They read.
All right, Altus, there's only so much trash we can throw.
I'm so confused. Can I just clarify one thing? Why was the goddess of chaos in my head? Is she, like, connected to that guy?
Well,
is she just around?
I mean, I think wherever he goes,
very connected with him.
Yeah.
From what I understand of him, he is part of her and she's part of him, if I remember right.
Do you think that she is the one who told maybe Strix? I can't really think of a reason why Strix would know. I guess we stole his container, so he could have been scrying on us, but...
I think it's a possibility, but I think that at the end of the day, I think that she is still kind of on my side, even though she wants to kill me just a little bit. There's still a little bit of feeling there, I'd say.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
Okay.
I think out of the corner of your eye, Aurelio, you see that maid that had been Abysria the one morning, like down the hallway, sort of wink at you as she passes.
I think Aurelio's in one of those moods where he's just going to fucking wink back.
And, I mean, unless you try to slyly do this, you guys would notice that he looked over and winked, but I think you wouldn't see who he winked at.
I don't have passive perception, and I'm also freaking out, so I don't notice any of that.
Okay.
I don't have sleight, but with sleight of hand, I did a 28.
Why don't we get some fresh air? We should get some fresh air. Who wants to go to a bar? We're rich.
We're rich.
a fucking good idea at all. We just figured out that he might know about us. I think that if any drinking be done, we do it here.
I also think that, yes, should we all run away? Should
No.
we go? Should we go
I've got-
away?
No.
I mean, do you want to fly up to Truepine with me? I've got some shit to do. Or not Truepine. Where am I going?
I think it's called Gladefall. Let me pull this over to the map.
Do you want to fly to the north with me? We could just itch all this.
Gladefall. Well, the area. Gladefall's the town. Obviously, you need to go into the woods, but
No, we need to stay here. I can't run away and take Willow up there yet. We need to do that too, but I think we're here.
Okay.
We need to get this done.
Well,
Oh, God.
I'll go get the bottles. Let's circle the wagons.
Dorellan just eyes to puke on the carpet.
That was not me.
You would know better than to puke on mother's carpets. You cast
I've done it
prestidigitation to clean it.
I've done it one time. I was young. I was dumb, okay?
What? And with that, you grab some booze and go head into the parlor or the pool. Get drunk in the pool.
We're going to go to the billiard room.
Yeah. Whatever you guys have.
I don't know that Aurelio joins in on this. I think that he goes and rounds up Willow, and he maybe reads a little bit before going to bed, but he's not in the reveling mood, at least at the moment.
Sure. Willow is just hanging out with Pearl in the room. She is so excited. You saw Molly had her arm back, and when you get in there, Pearl's just like... She's just got a big smile on her face. Like, she's just so happy.
I did want to go and talk to Mimi before I went off to bed, though.
Sure. That being said, I mean, Aurelio, does he sleep in the Blackthorn Manor, or does he sleep in Mimi?
I think I go back to where I'm comfortable. And back to Mimi.
Back to Mimi.
Stuff to do out there, and I think I'd probably pull Willow back with me too. That way I can keep an eye on him.
Sure. He will gladly go along with you. And you head on out to talk to Mimi, who is just parked outside as a wagon at the moment.
Did you see my DM earlier? Would he potentially have what I'm looking for?
Let me see. That is... a very rare. Let's see if he has it.
Is it true love?
Aurelio threw that away.
And after I figured out where to find it.
Yeah, where he found his and no one else's.
Then I buried it where I could.
What is the cost of very rare? Hold on, I wrote this down. 40,000.
Would he take a trade for something else that's very rare?
What do you have?
A broom of flying. I don't
think
know if that's...
No, I think that's just a common. Or uncommon at the most.
But the sentimental value of that broom.
It's taken us through a lot of things.
My goodness, cat. There. Do you feel safe now? So yeah, no, Broom of Flying won't give him much.
No, that's all right then. I'll say just save that one for me for later. I want to buy that when I round up enough or make enough of those invisibility potions that we can start splitting some of that profit on that.
Okay. He takes it and writes on, just tentacles come out because it's only you, and he writes on a piece of paper Aurelio, but he spells it Orela or something. Aurello.
Perfect.
It's Orlo.
Orlo, and he gets it stuck to the or he slaps it across the shield, it falls off, and then he slaps it again, it falls off, and then he starts stuffing it somewhere onto the shield, and then puts it behind the counter.
Ooh.
All right, and then I think I head back, or I go back into the Mimi part of my room, I guess.
Yeah.
About how much time do you think I could get before going to bed without taking on exhaustion that I would be able to read of this book?
Probably like 2 more hours, I'd say.
I'll take the 2.
You're at 22 now.
And I know what Trevor is doing while we're shooting pool. Daltus! Teach me how the hell to dance.
Wait, okay, hold on. Quick question. Did Durellin come with us?
Did you
Good question.
want him to? You two were probably, or 3, if Molly's joining, would probably be starting to head, and he was just going back to the study.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. You would have noticed, but...
Okay, so I feel like this is bad for roleplay, but I don't think that Altus is like, okay, let's drink and party time, which is very surprising to him because normally that is a coping mechanism. But I think he is in, like, I'm going to go have a panic attack alone in a corner somewhere. So I think he's going to go maybe out into a garden. He'll sort of wander through the house until he can find somewhere that's
Aurelio
private.
does have weed if you need some.
You gotta partake in the mistress.
I think he is very much like what Aurelio said, which is like, now is a bad time to get drunk if we're in a bunch of danger. So I think for the first time in his life, he's like, okay, have to be sober for safety. And so he's gonna just wander around. So you guys, if you're gonna go party and play pool and dance, please do that.
I think that Molly was just planning on sitting down with one of the books that they had gotten from Nettie Twigskewer and reading through them. I'm not sure. There was 2, and I did not write down what they were.
One of them was Elvish. That was the one I got. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't remember if you bought any, but yeah, the ones you got, and then there's the ones that Errol has too that he left. Or at least you would have assumed he would have taken them, but they're in his room still, so he left them for whatever reason.
Okay, I'm actually going to rifle through Errol's things and look for those books. Because I remember, I think one of them was like specifically what I was asking her for.
So one of them is covered in moss and has that sort of bark-like covering and texture. When you open the page, it says... I kind of remember it, but hold on. Notes. Bestiary of Fiddlesticks Dinkelberkel. And then there's another book.
Aurelia would definitely wave at Molly as she's coming in and just be like, oh, hey, Molly. And just
middle stick.
Mimi, do you think that you could turn into like a library reading room for us since we're just kind of all hanging out in here?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
What does a library reading room look like?
I would sketch it out best I could.
Make me, I'll say dexterity check. I guess if you have, like, you know, proficiency in painting, you could add that. 14's good enough. So you sketch it out for him, and yeah, he sort of molds and shifts the space. You hear things in the other rooms fall over, but he doesn't care. And he just gets, you know, a nice little area for you guys to have. He can't have a burning fire inside of his body, so you don't get a fireplace, but you do get, like, just a nice nook kind of looking room.
You get the lava lamp with like his organs floating in it.
You know what?
pretty
Canon.
good.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah,
you get a crazy looking lava lamp, and it's got parts of his goo body that's floating through. And so
see an eye
sometimes,
press against and look at what you're reading.
sometimes it's an eyeball, sometimes it's a shape, sometimes it's goop.
Is the bestiary the only book that Errol had?
He has a second book where the cover's made out of skin, and it's just a little bit damp with this red liquid, and it seems like the wrapping that it was in, because it was wrapped. Errol had them both gift wrapped, but the gift wrapping on this particular book is just soaked in blood because it's just been sitting there for days now. Just soaking in blood. There's no title on it. I don't know how comfortable you feel about opening a bleeding book, but
I'll check out the bestiary first.
yeah, it's a good idea. So yeah, when you're flipping through the bestiary, it seems like there's a lot of crazy, like, there's rare beasts and not rare beasts on other planes, like the Feywild and Hell, and all kinds of different locations, like planes of existence that I haven't even figured out is a part of this world yet. But it also has regular beasts in it, and it just goes into such great detail about how they live, their social behavior, their general structure. It's very detailed on that kind of stuff, even so much as, like, if they have any preferred favorite type of food, you know. Mating
cool.
Rituals.
I might point this one out to Aurelio and just be like, I feel like you might find an interest in this one.
There's a section on unicorns.
Is that one of Errol's old books?
Rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll add it to the collection. Mimi, I'm going to borrow this one for a while. I'll hold on to it for Errol.
Oh, I kind of just assumed it was ours now because Errol left it.
Hey, he's not dead yet.
But he left it. He took everything else.
Aye, that's true. He did, didn't he? Fair enough.
Finders keepers. I heard that somewhere.
I guess while I'm like kind of showing it to Aurelio, I'll flip through and just double check that there's not a vampire section.
Yeah, what do they like to eat? What's their preferred food?
I wonder. No, it doesn't have humanoid beasts and monsters, only beasts and monsters, but it does have the added, like you do have information on some demons and stuff, like anything that is beast and vaguely beast-like.
All right. Well, I guess I'll leave this one with you. I don't know that I can really get much out of it.
Fair enough. I'll like flip through my bag and pull out that one fiction history book that Errol had read while we were on the boat, like way back in the day, and I'll be like, "Do you like fiction?"
Yeah.
When you never turned in from the girl it was her favorite.
Well, because I told him that I'd turn it in for him, and I just kept it.
Didn't.
Yeah.
I think you have a few of those, actually. But do you specifically pull out the one that was her favorite?
Probably, yeah. I think I'd remember that about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to take a look.
Looks better than that bloody one, at least, and I'll hand it over to you.
True.
No, you can trust it. It's only a bleeding book. That seems perfectly safe.
All right, what is this historical fiction book about?
So it is about a moment in history, but written like with some sort of fictional. I don't think I said it was a romance. I think it was like basically like a bromance, two friends on either side of like a
And
very
history said they were friends.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
roommates.
yeah. But
Achilles and Patroclus, best bros.
Yes.
Bros who just
Totally.
loved each other like brothers. Yeah.
Yes.
they were just really good friends, guys.
Yeah.
Just two dudes helping each other out.
Right?
We're just two dudes jacking each other off. There ain't nothing weird about it.
But yeah, there was a war, and it's based off of the continent of gotta remember my own continent names, Arcasia, which is the desert continent, and there was a war like back with Farak and Feral and kind of just about how these two met on the battlefield. They met on the battlefield, but they both like had this chance to talk to each other. I don't know, they got separated from their regiment or whatever, and eventually like got to know like, hey, we're kind of just these soldiers stuck in this shitty fucking war, you know. And it kind of just how they kept running into each other, even though they went back to their homes, and eventually became this like incredibly powerful friendship. Totally just a friendship.
So powerful.
Look, the author
So powerful.
isn't from
Unlike any other friendship.
and of course the war stopped the way it stopped in history, which is like, you know, one side won over the other. Ironically, Farak won over Feral, mainly because of Cyrus's help and, I mean, airship dominance, you know. But they didn't conquer Feral because they knew better than to anger the god that founded the city before it's his age. So they didn't conquer Feral. They left it for Faust. They're like, please don't get mad. We just did what we had to. And basically, yeah, they eventually, there's been at peace ever since. But, you know, it's a really, really well-written book. And whether or not you like that sort of historical, but with a fiction twist, you know? Because these guys... Maybe they vaguely existed, but as far as like actual history books go, you wouldn't necessarily find these names.
Cool. I think Molly's definitely like really engrossed in this one, probably.
Cool. In the meantime, I guess, Trevor, you wanted to go drinking and everyone left you.
Story of my life. All right. He just pours himself a glass. So lonely.
I think at some point,
lonely.
Izara would find you, like, especially if you're singing to yourself, like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're not supposed to observe me while I wallow in self-misery, all right? He just laughs.
Oh, my older brother is having a depressing breakdown. This is the perfect time to be here. She sits next to you and grabs a glass and pours herself a drink.
You know, I hate you, but that was funny. Anyways, have you heard about what's going on?
Other than, you know, a kidnapped kobold and the vampire in the court possibly mind controlling our king.
Oh, and it could be worse. We could be all walking into a trap. The prince wants us to go to the castle tomorrow. Talk to him.
That's kind of what you guys wanted, isn't it?
Well, not exactly the castle, you know, where the king who's under thrall and maybe guards are under thrall are all residing. So in the off chance the prince is still okay, well, it's not going to be fun if they were to wander in.
Good point.
But the other thing that concerns me is maybe they want to pull us away from the Blackthorn residence. So I think the best plan of attack would be Daryl and Mom stay behind. Because
you need Mom for the evidence?
well, I mean, Dad himself constitutes as evidence. He's literally the leader of the damn organization that keeps the city safe.
But he didn't
removed
have his
the
mind
spell.
altered. Hopefully, I don't know anyway. Maybe he did.
No. But I do know he has the ability to remove it too. So, if the prince is altered, which that's one thing I'm definitely worried about, he could remove that. Because we ain't going to talk through to somebody if they're just completely bricked.
Well, if he is, then meeting him isn't a good idea at all.
Right, but we can't really say no. We're not meeting you there. You meet us here. That's why I think it makes the most sense Dad goes with us.
I agree.
I mean, I hate it. I don't like it either.
But Mom has to go too. Hers is the mind that was altered too.
So then are you going to stay behind? No, we're just going to leave Daryl alone? If we draw all the Black Wardens up...
No one likes him anyway. He's the least favorite.
Oh, come now. I'd make that joke too, but kind of serious. I don't want to lose
I know.
him.
I'm serious too. I don't want to lose him either, but...
Or the archive.
I mean, I could stay. I was hoping to go do something on my own.
Oh, and Elias is back.
Oh.
So
Well, that's great.
yes, perfect timing. Careful when you're out in the town. Apparently,
So, I know you kind of had this whole thing with Elias and getting the Remingtons to, die, but...
I didn't want them to swing. I wanted them to come to justice, but I think swinging may have been a little too much.
There was evidence they murdered people, wasn't there?
That's a
That
good
would-
question. Oh.
That would be up to you, Jay, since it is your old character. Do you think there was? As far as she believes there was, but was there?
Give me a segundo. Oh, yeah, I mean, there was evidence that linked a couple, but maybe not all of them. I don't necessarily know if all of them had to go on the gallows, but I mean, definitely Elias. He was probably the one who did most of the killing.
I'll see if I can sniff out anything and find him. I have
Just
some
remember-
contacts.
And he's a bloody changeling, so just cautious where you talk to, who you talk to.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I know you're the right one to know this.
Although, I guess tomorrow I'll stay here if you're worried about Durellen.
Well, I mean, what are our defenses? Just Durellen? I mean, I know our maids can fight, but, I kind of don't want the... You know what? What if I were to visit the church? And maybe just happen to have a few of them come by tomorrow.
The church? I don't think she knows that you've decided to expand your religious...
Yeah, just ignore just my outer musings. I'm drunk. That's all.
How many have you had?
One. I don't drink often. He is lying out his ass. He's like,
Of course.
yeah.
All right. Don't tell me. She just takes a swing. A swig, I mean.
Well, you'll find out, I'm sure. Trust me. I know how the family is, how they talk.
Yeah. It's kind of a problem we have talking about each other behind our backs, isn't it?
Yes, and then it's funny because we all have issues talking to each other directly.
Especially Dad. Can't get him to say anything helpful.
I know. Always so stoic. Anyways, I like Leandra. I've been kind of favoring the god for a moment. You have a good evening. He stands up and starts walking out.
There's a moment where she eyes you, has to think about it, like Leandra. Then it seems like she's like, Leandra? Wait, Leandra? And then you're gone.
Yep. Good night, sister.
In the meantime, Altus, you're stumbling around aimlessly in the house, wondering what to do with yourself in your life. Do you think you ever wander out into the garden at all, or?
No, I think I am subconsciously drawn to... Wait, okay, I keep confusing, because we're at the Blackthorn house, right? Not the headquarters.
Yes.
Okay, so I keep confusing that, but maybe we'll just say that's in character. Does Durellin have an office in this house?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
He's usually in the library, but...
Yes, okay, so the library, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think in a state of panic, and maybe in the first time in his life that Altus has felt in danger, and like his family might actually be in danger, is he sort of regressing to like the safety of higher education, of like his time and scholarship, and how much he like surprised himself with how much he loved learning and reading and history. So I think he's just like following the smell of parchment and is like, okay, that makes me feel safe. I don't know. So I would love to wind up in the library.
Yeah, sure. I like that. I think at this point, Durellin had not been there for very long, so he just settled back down to continue reading his book, and then you walk in, and he's got this, like... Hello, Altus.
Oh, hello, yes. Hello, Durellin. How are you? Are you well?
Are you well? You look... He comes over and grabs your hands, like...
Oh. No, yes, of course, fine. Everything good. Evil vampire. No, we want to kill. Bad rich guy. No, I exist. Horny goddess of chaos in my head, staring at me. Things good.
Ironically, the last part I would have assumed would have made you happy. He kind of guides you down to the other comfy chair and sits you there.
Sure, yes. Yes. No,
and then
thank
starts
you.
making some tea and hands you a cup of tea. This will help.
Sure, yes, very good. Yes, excellent. I drink it. It's like way too hot. It burns my tongue and I don't react. I just down it all like it's shot. Oh, oops. Sorry. Oh, I dropped your cup.
You're
Accident.
really freaking out about this. All right. He sits down from across from you and he's just...
Mm-hmm.
So, you're probably not used to being in danger very often, I take it.
No, I'm used to sneaking out of people's bedrooms in the early hour of the morning, and that is sort of as close to danger as I have come, except for all the murdering that happened yesterday that I watched everyone else do. Near the geysers with the demon and all the people and the innocent owl man who was fed to the wagon.
Wait, what?
Nothing. It does not matter, Durellin.
Did someone get hurt? Did an innocent get hurt?
No, he's back to life, crippled forever. He will never fly again, but it doesn't matter because he's alive. So it's okay. Sort of good, sort of everything is good. Sort of quick question, do you like being alive?
I'm fond of it, yes.
Sure, yes, of course. You seem like someone who really takes life sort of by the nutsack and, lives dangerously here in your library. I'm sorry, I'm ragging on you because I'm having a complete meltdown. What I'm trying to say is you might get killed tomorrow if you stay here. And we're taking, the powerful half of your family away. So I think instead of staying here, you come with us. How do you feel about marrying a prince?
He just blinks. He's just... Right, you guys want me to come along and pretend to be a suitor. I think you mentioned this when we cleaned up the carpet. So he's just... I am not interested in selling myself to royalty, but I am...
Okay.
I think I'm flattered you believe I'd make a fine suitor.
Sure, yes. Look, you are very handsome and very rich, so it would be pretty believable. I'm just saying, if you need to go undercover, I will vouch, I will turn to the guards and say dirty things about you under my breath.
No,
so that they could see you.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This is about the survival of the city, okay? There's a bloodsucker. Do you care about vampire killing or not, Durellen? Okay?
This has nothing to do with that. I don't need to be thought of as dirty.
Listen, I apologize. I mean to respect you. How old is it? He's an adult man, right?
He is, yes,
Okay.
he's...
Just before I go.
I think we established...
Clarifying.
He's 14, you asshole. No, I'm kidding.
No, I think we've established he was in his 30s, because you're in your 40s.
And then,
Azar's in her
was
20s.
20s, yeah.
Yeah. 40s, 30s, 20s.
Great. Okay, so... yes, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. You seem very nice. You are comforting. You smell like old books. And I like that. And I feel like everyone in your family talks a lot of shit about you behind your back. And your family seems very competitive, which I do relate to. But my family is competitive in a, who can hug harder sort of way. And then your family is like, I'm Batman, and you're an idiot. And I'm sort of... Yes, I don't really get... I heard your brother's voice just now. He's a big personality, and that must be hard to sort of... Anyway, I'm trying to say I appreciate the work you do, and it is important, and I like books, and you should not stay here alone tomorrow, or you will have all of the blood sucked out of you.
All right, first of all, Altus. I know you're going through a lot right now because life is definitely been very different for you. My family, though, has been sort of thrown into violence and danger regularly, so I'm not exactly scared. But thank you for the warning. I will step away from the house if that's what you think is best. But I think it would actually be better for someone to stay here and hold down the fort. If anything should happen, it would be good for, more evidence, don't you think?
There won't be any evidence if you are slaughtered in half a second by a vampire.
I know that my siblings have a tendency to state that I am incapable of combat and taking care of myself.
Okay, good point. Arm wrestle me.
I may not be physically strong, but...
Okay, sure. Right.
So he looks to the middle of the library and he, let me double check the cast time. It should just be an action. But I don't want to be like, he does this and then he can't. Yeah. So he focuses and casts some arcane verbiage that you wouldn't be actually you would be a little familiar. It has almost a primordial twinge to it as he summons a lightning elemental into the middle of the room. As he conjured minor elementals.
And then promptly lost control over it. No.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you die.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm switching over to phone. I gotta run to the store real fast.
Okay. So yeah, he does that real quick. Like he just, does that, and you see these the standing like lightning elemental, and he's just, I have a lot of capabilities to defend myself.
Sure. Yes. No, I respect that, and that is very cool. And you obviously can do whatever you want. And I will ask the clouds how much danger they think you are in the morning. But your mom is like so powerful and alluring, and she has been mind controlled for who knows how long. So it's kind of not about if you are competent, it's more about this guy is like a demigod and can control people. Anyway, if you want to stay here and die while the rest of your family comes with us to talk to a hot single prince, then you can. What if he's the love of your life? You don't know. You say you don't want to be sold like meat, but what if you do want to be sold like meat to this one guy, and he's the perfect boy for you?
If only somebody had a mirror that you could just look into and find your true love.
Yeah, that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Aurelio.
And it would have been the prince. That'd be the funniest part.
Right.
To be fair, I do know where it is.
He just smirks a little as you're saying all these things, and I respect the prince a great deal, but he is not exactly my type.
What is your type? Tall, angry, impulsive?
I suppose someone who knows what they want and how to get it, but isn't dumb about it. I don't mind rebellious, but obviously I don't want a murderer. He smirks a little.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Well, that is a confusing dating profile. Rebellious, but not a murderer. That is good. You know what? This helped me. I think I needed to flirt with someone sort of non-threatening to feel
With
a little grounded again.
Yeah, with a nat 1 on his deception, he does kind of eye you up and down a little, but
Sure.
He doesn't say anything.
Real quick, because I have a question. How do you spell your name?
Darelen.
Okay, so I had that wrong. Cool, good to know. That was more out of character than in character, but it could be both. Okay, Darelen, well, nice speaking to you. I really hope you come with us in the morning. I'm going to try to convince you again. Get some sleep so you are well rested, but also don't sleep too deeply because you might be murdered in the middle of the night by a vampire. Thank you so much for talking to me. You have been so helpful, Darelen.
Are you sure you're okay? If you need
No,
to stay...
not at all. I am more scared than I have ever been in my life. I think my family is going to be killed in front of me, and I'm going to snap and become sort of an amoral murderer like these new people I have met. I'll reach out my hand to shake his.
I hope you don't. He reaches his hand out to shake yours, and
Great.
I hope you find some safety, but don't worry, you are in the Blackthorn estate, and we do have ways to discover if people sneak in, so you should be
Sure.
as safe as you can be here. Or you
I
could
just
go
walk
sleep
out.
in your mimic.
Oh, good points. Yes. I'm going to go sleep outside in the garden.
Okay.
And I walk out and go do that.
Yeah, so you head out to Mimi's wagon, and already you see as you go upstairs towards the bedroom area that they've sort of transformed it into this little book reading club. And
Hey.
Molly and Aurelio, unless Aurelio does decide to wander out and look for somebody.
No, I think if she came to him, it'd be one thing, but if the other way around, not so much the other way, you know what I mean?
I don't think that'll happen, but
Yeah. it has to happen a little bit more organically, right?
yeah.
Down in the future.
But then Molly and Aurelio are reading in their little reading nook as all your bedrooms have been squished to make room for it.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, come over here. I got a really cool book to show you. I think that you'd like it.
See, I do think you'd like one as well.
Cool.
You just give him the
what's
bloody
that one
book.
that's bleeding?
Yeah. Look at this cool book.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one, the history one. No, I'm like, no. I thought you were talking about that one. No, read the one that she's reading. You're going to enjoy that one.
This one actually is really good, but I did want to show you this skin book.
Oh. Hate that word.
Yeah.
I'll use a mage hand and open the skin book.
Oh, you're opening it. Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Aurelio just does like a little backwards roll and like fucking ducks under the like on the other side of the couch and gets ready to fucking fight something. He's got his shield out. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment, Sush. I gotta go find my skin book.
Gotta go find the stat block for the monster that's about to be summoned out of the thing.
Okay, CR20.
Yeah, hold on, Sushi. Mommy's busy killing a player.
I wrote it down, so I had it. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves in the meantime. Sorry.
I think before she points out the skin book, she'll probably be showing you the actual like historical fiction one she's been reading. This one, I mean, it's actually pretty decent. It's a friendship between these two guys on like opposite sides of the war. You know, kind of like star-crossed lovers a little bit.
Classic, yes. I've read this one for sure.
I think I might have two more by the same author, and I start like fiddling through my bag just real quick, and I like pull out another one, and I'm like, you look like you could use a little bit of relaxation in a reading. I'll pass it to you.
Oh, the sequel. They both die at the end of the first book in the war. They kill each other tragically, but then it was so successful they had to make a sequel, so they bring them back.
I think it has something to do with going into like the underground and like having somebody who is still alive try and bring them back to the real world. So it was weird, but it's been what, Sarah? How long? Like 6 months since I read that. Since we were on our boat journey south. At least
it's been that. I don't know if it's been 6 months. The boat journey was like what, a month?
Yeah, so it was at least a month long. Yeah,
and then you guys
back.
Yeah, that would have been like another month. So like 3 months maybe.
It's about 3 months ago that I read it, so I don't remember all the exacts, but it was a very interesting one.
Well, you talked me into it at least.
Open to a random page and just start reading out loud. The heaving breasts heaved heavingly in the
It's
moonlight.
not that. I said it was really well written.
It does have a
written. I was going through our Discord searching D, any vowel R, being like, I've been spelling his name in my notes, being like, I have to ask what this guy's fucking name is.
Yeah, I think I've spelled it differently every single time.
Yeah.
Like Daryl N.
I called him Daryl in character at one point, and DM was like, oh, he gives like a hurt glance, like he's annoyed, and I was like, oh, that's not like his name.
I think that's Trevor's nickname for him.
Yeah. Unintentional.
Sorry, what happened?
We were talking about your brother.
Oh,
yeah.
I apologize. I have
it's okay.
crappy hearing on this.
If I can't flirt with your mom,
you're gonna flirt with your
there's
brother.
Gotta be someone in.
I mean, all day long, all day long. Miriam, I'm cool with that. Just make me the best man.
Okay. I found my notes for this book. Okay.
I was gonna say you and Daryl would be perfect, man.
When you open the book, it's almost like it's kind of has to peel, and open, and the paper inside also looks fleshy. It is a blank book, except on the top words appear written in a very dark looking liquid. And it basically says, what is your sacrifice?
I think Molly probably exchanges a horrified look with Altus.
Let me look through my inventory real quick.
Aurelia's still on the other fucking side of the couch. He's got like the shield up and his fucking sword out. He doesn't know what's going on yet.
Look, listen. All of you have to know it has to be Lord Zasu. Must be someone close to him.
No! Is this a book of vile deeds? Do I have any idea what this is?
You can try to roll Arcana?
Sure, I'm really bad at that. Let's do it.
I'm going to try as well.
Is Willow still awake in the other room, or did he go to bed?
I think it's kind of late now. He was like, I'm going to stay awake for a while. And then, as a 10-year-old boy does, he went to go, play and then fucking crashed.
I'm tempted to wake him up and have him identify, but I also don't want to fucking touch that thing.
Up to you.
Sure.
Yeah, both of you have no idea. It's a bleeding book.
Okay.
It's terrifying. And it says, what is your sacrifice?
I'm gonna cast protection
Lord
from
Zasu.
evil and good from my flute onto myself, and then reach out with my finger and use some of the blood from the other text and write Alistair Strix.
Do I get anything from a 19?
Yeah, from a 19, you get... How many vibes can this give? It's definitely magical, if that isn't obvious. It has a sort of sense of the energy might draw from something and give something in return. Is sort of
Sure.
when you write Alistair Strikes, it erases both of the things that was written itself and what you wrote, and it says, what does it say? What is your exchange? What is your pain?
Lord Zasu!
No, I can't.
I think Aurelio would, if you read that out loud, Aurelio would just say across the room to you, fear.
Fear book. Book fear.
You're fine.
Doesn't do anything when you
have a good one.
talk to it.
Fear. Ooh.
It erases both and responds, "What is your pain?"
Okay. Well, what is my pain? Let's see. I'm so rich and my family is really loving. And I've never really had any problems.
What pain will you give me?
Oh. Kinky book. Okay. Anybody... I mean, you're missing an arm. Can you be like... Well, I guess it's already gone.
No, I think this is going to be something off of you. What body
By the
part
way-
do you like the least?
By the way, this reminds me of the very first session we had. That's funny.
Does it?
Aurelio's been through one or two of these at this point.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, okay.
there.
See, my problem,
I mean-
I turn to the other two.
You're 2/3 of the way through this, buddy. I don't think you can stop now.
I think I can. I have not offered anything, right? What is it going to give me? Is it going to be worth, like, giving my fucking hand? Or is it going to be like, you can cast a cantrip once per day? Because, like, fuck that. I'd rather have a hand.
Give it your eye. You
No!
only need those.
No. Well, I can make a magical one. No, I'm so beautiful.
Pearl
I cannot
can make-
sacrifice any part of my body.
Pearl can make you a superb magical eye. I've seen her work magic with all sorts of things. Just ask Molly. She made her a new arm. Fucking cool right there.
Do you guys know what this is?
I think I've got a pretty good idea of what it's going to do. You're going to have to exchange something and you'll get something out of it. Sounds like your sacrifice is you're sacrificing Strix from fear. It sounds like you're going to be relieved of fear from this point on, but you're going to have to give some sort of pain on your own. So it could be just a little bit of blood. I mean, cut yourself and just let yourself bleed on there. Or it could be something a little more advanced, I would say.
Can I make an insight check?
On the book?
On the book and on what Aurelio just said.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to give it anything. 23.
Does Aurelio believe what he's saying?
I think so, yeah, 100%. Persuasion, then?
I feel like it's up to Altus to believe it, or Jake. Like, do you want to
What do you
bleed
think,
on
Molly?
this book?
To be honest, this is the first time I've seen this thing. I mean, what do you think just happens if you just close the book and let Mimi eat it?
Oh,
I think it blows up from Mimi on the inside out, or it just kills Altus where he stands. Like, I get the sense of something fucking evil coming off of this thing, so I don't think that you're going to just be able to get away with closing the book at this point.
I mean, I didn't give it anything yet. I tried to close the book. I close it.
It closes and some of the blood gets on your hand.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to cut off my fingers because a book says it could give me some vague power. These kinds of, I've read stories about these books. It's never equivalent, right? It's always like, haha, got you, stupid. I'm a blood book. Why would you make a deal with me?
Molly's just like intently staring at the book to see if she can see any difference.
It sits there, bleeding. Not a lot. It's not like a gushing amount. It always just kind of has a damp amount of blood. And then just over time, if you're leaving it somewhere, it becomes a puddle, you know?
The question I have is, do any of you alert Trevor about it?
No, you're inside partying.
No.
All right, you're fucked.
I'm not telling the cop that there is a creepy book inside the mimic wagon. Yeah. Okay, well, that was cool. Thank you for helping me feel more calm.
I mean, I tried to give you a different book. I did. To be completely fair, I tried to calm you down. I'll point at Molly. Maybe went a different route, and you are the one that opened the fucking skin book right there that's covered in blood. I think that's partially on you too, right here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, smoke a little bit of this weed. I'll hand you like a little bong.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I rip this bong like you have never seen anyone rip a bong before in your life. You're like, oh, I thought I was an expert weed smoker. And then you see me rip this bong, and I do it in all of the weed that you own, that you hand me, I smoke in a single inhale with my giant lungs. Giant frat boy, party boy lungs.
And then you cough it
I
on the
leave
way
the
out.
room.
Now the question is, does he take a bigger hit than I've seen Mimi take?
Oh,
Because I remember he took that hit and got like 19 people inside of him high.
I think Mimi's got you, yeah. Mimi's got you beat, but he is giant.
Wagon maybe has beat me. Yeah.
All right, are you feeling better now? Just in and out, deep breaths.
Why is this nerd family? Oh. Crying. Immediately crying.
Poor old Toos. Torin just
being
slams open the door. Keep it down out here, and slams it closed.
I fucking forgot about him. You think he like shrunk in the room with it?
I forgot that old man was real. I thought I thought him up.
Opens the door. I'm not old. Closes it again.
How old is he, Molly?
How old is Torin? In my mind, he's like 50s.
Yeah, I imagine him as in his 50s. 40s at the youngest, but I think 50s, yeah.
No,
Pretty old.
He's old, yeah.
Old, yes.
So since you're super fucking rich, do you think you've got like $40,000 that you'd loan me?
Sure. Wait, no, to loan you? For what? Why? What do you
I
do?
want an animated shield that's maybe actually laid off to the side for me.
Oh, an animated shield. Big Pixar. Fine. I don't know. Do I have 40,000 gold that I could throw away to get him some extra
I
AC?
feel like with 40,000, you might have to talk to your parents.
Okay, so I would have to talk to Papa. Papa would probably give to me, but he would have to ask Mama first, and Mama would maybe say no. But you could ask them. I don't know.
Hey, fair enough.
Why? You need more to be protected. Aren't you a 20-foot tall panther who fucks gods? Why you need to be protected more?
Well, you see, I want to use both of my claws at the same time instead of just using like my shield and one claw and my teeth, you know?
That's hard, yes. That's a struggle.
Anything to just make us a little bit better and better prepared for this upcoming hunt, because I am not gonna lie, he killed my entire family, I thought, the last time, so I'm not really
So here's what I'm going to say. I'll reach out my pinky towards Aurelio. How about pinky promise, if that vampire murders my entire family, you can have 40,000 golds of the fortune I inherit. And also, I probably won't need it because I'm going to start murdering every single person I see if that happins. Do we have a deal?
Fair enough, and I'll just give you the pinky
Great.
promise. So glad that you didn't see that message I sent to Sarah earlier. I'm just kidding.
A face appears on the wall. You cannot eat my customers.
Who?
Or kill my
Which of us?
customers. You cannot kill my
me?
customers. No.
Well, I'll kill you first. If my family is dead, I kill you, Mimi.
I will eat you.
I'm going to sleep. I love you, Mimi.
Okay. A bunch of tentacles
Great.
grab you on the way and hug you
Oh, great.
against the wall.
Cool.
And then your room is smaller because they made space for this little
okay.
reading nook, and some stuff got knocked over, like the chairs and what have you. But yeah, with that, I think eventually everyone winds down to go for their long rest. And I know some of us have to leave later today, so this might be a good time to kind of wrap up at 10 here if you want to, and we can do the meeting with the prince. I will say not next week. Next week I won't be able to DM because it's a very emotional time for me. Lucky me. But the week after.
Well, and me. We cry together, Sarah.
We cry together. It's my husband's birthday, so next week I'm going to be very distraught. And I preemptively know I will not be able to DM, so we will do it the week after. Sorry about that.
Sweet.
I will get us lots of weed.
I did buy extra. I wasn't just trying not to, but I did. All right. See ya.
Bye,
Good
everyone.
night, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.